This video is a biocultural assessment of the lower reach of Mars Creek. Mars Creek runs through Macquarie University and into the Lane Cove River within Lane Cove National Park. Macquarie University is currently developing an underground section of the Mars Creek to create a new, naturalised surface channel where the original creek bed once was. Biocultural values along the lower reach of the Mars Creek need to be considered in upstream development. Biocultural values reflect the variety of value an ecosystem or landscape can have to different people, influenced by perceptions, experience, and history. It is important to understand biocultural values in environmental management as it recognises the variety of meanings a place or landscape can have and, as a result, identifies the various consequences development can have. The Mars Creek flows through Macquarie University into the Lane Cove River within Lane Cove National Park. The creek is within a suburban area with a range of major and minor streets highlighting the urbanised features of the area. The site has various uses including residential use, parkland use, Macquarie University as an educational area, and an industrial area in which a range of agencies, services and manufacturers can be found. Vegetation found within the area are mainly dry sclerophyll forests and small parts of rainforest and scattered wet sclerophyll forests. The Aboriginal Heritage Information Management System has recorded both Aboriginal places and objects of importance, including Aboriginal sacred sites, within the area. A biocultural values monitoring app was created using CyberTracker software. This app enabled data to be collected on the location and the type of biocultural values found along the lower reach of Mars Creek. A range of biocultural valuable plants, animals, rocks and water sources were found, including plants such as geebung, large leaf geebung, native sarsaparilla, cassiopeia and native vine. Animals including termites, bandicoot holes, kangaroo or wallaby tunnels. Historical biocultural values included man-made holes near ends of the Mars Creek and marker trees which were used as signage by Indigenous. Biocultural valuable water sources included the Lane Cove River itself and Mars Creek. A review of environmental factors is an environmental assessment used to determine whether an activity should be approved through taking into consideration all potential consequences of development. Development along Mars Creek has the potential to cause various biological and Aboriginal cultural heritage impacts during construction and operation. Biological impacts include 1. Vegetation clearance of grass to replant new vegetation. 2. Effects on threatened flora and fauna species, habitat or areas of biodiversity, including endangered ecological communities such as coastal enriched sandstone sheltered forests and Hornsby enriched sandstone exposed woodland due to potential contaminated water and water runoff, which can be avoided due to continuous assessment for damage to downstream and protection equipment to stop runoff of water and contamination of water. 3. Endangered, displaced or disturbed fauna due to vegetation clearance. 4. Impact on an ecological community of conservation significance positively by returning riverbed to its original state. 5. Positively increase biological diversity depending on the type of introduced species. 6. Possibly introduce and attract weeds which can be mitigated through the use of mulch. 7. Impact Lane Cove National Park, an area of declared biodiversity, by risking contamination of water. Mitigation measures include continuous assessment of damage and protection equipment to stop water contamination and runoff. Aboriginal cultural heritage impacts include 1. Disturbed ground surface by creating a new naturalised riverbed. 2. Affecting known Aboriginal objects or places indirectly by potentially damaging downstream landscape features from water contamination. Local Aboriginal community consultation is essential. 3. Activity is located within 200 metres of water. 4. The activity remains a risk and doesn't have a desktop assessment and visual inspection. 5. The activity has potential to affect wild resources or access to these resources by contaminating water. Continual assessment for damage and protection equipment to stop runoff of water needs to be used as safeguards.